Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek Upadhyay. Today I am going to present my project 7, which is analyze the impact of car features on price and profitability. So it's a Trinity Project 7. I already completed 6 project. Now I'm going to submit this project number 7. So I down I downloaded the dataset from Trinity. So dataset, and here they are given instruction document. This is the instruction document. So the dataset contains information on various call models and their specifications. Number of observation in the dataset are 11,159 and number of variables are 16. So these are the variables. Make, model, make means basically the brand name of brand of the call, model, year. These are the variables. 16 variables are in the dataset. Then dataset contains some blank values, blank cells. So we have to analyze and handle those blank cells, blank variables. So let me open the dataset. I download the dataset and open in Excel. So hanging, it's a little bit slow. Let's it's open. Yeah. So it's opened. This is raw data which is downloaded from Trinity. So it's contain blank to identify the columns with number of blank value. I use count blank function. So after using blank function, I can identify how many blanks value for a particular column. Then I simply apply filter, then select blank values and delete all the blank values, all blank value cells. Then I copy the data and convert it in tabular form and save as a final data. This is our final data having no blank values, no blank cells. Now we have to perform tasks one by one. System is little bit lagging. Task 1 is the analysis part 1. Firstly, I would like to tell that I used Excel 2016 and various Excel functions like pivot table, some if, some charts, and correlation and regression functions. So now let's move to the task. This is task 1. Task 1 required how does the popularity of car model vary across different model categories. So basically we have to find out a relationship between car model and market categories. So this task contain two parts. Task part A, part B. So in part A, we have to create a pivot table that's showing the number of car models in each market category corresponding to the popularity score. So here this is my task 1. So I use pivot table and draw a relationship between market category, average of popularity and model. count of model means how many cars are for a particular model. So make means it's for brand, car brand. I also this is our task 1A. In task 1B, we have to draw a visualization chart to visualize the relationship between market category and popularity. So this is the chart. So now come to the task 2, which is required what is the relationship between cars engine power and its price. It means that we have to draw a relationship between horsepower and price, which is MSRP. MSRP means the manufacturer suggested retail price. So let's go back to the Excel sheet. This is task 2. So we have to draw a relationship between engine horsepower and MSRP. So here I copied 3 cells from final data table. One is containing brand, then engine horsepower, then MSRP, and then we have to draw a scatter chart between engine horsepower and MSRP. We can see a chart suggested if the horsepower increases, the price also increases. We can see the chart. So this is our task 2. Now next is task 3. In task 3, it requires to identify which car features are most important in determining a car's price. Means we have to determine a feature which is most important for deciding the price of cars. So here there are also suggested that we have to use regression analysis. We have to do regression analysis. So this is task 3. Here we have to identify the variables on the basis of MSRP. It means that MSRP is depend on these variables. So these variables are independent variable and MSRP is called dependent variable. I denoted dependent variable with capital Y. That is MSRP is denoted with capital Y in my regression analysis. So these are 5 are the independent variables. These are the factors which are affecting car's price. So now firstly I determine correlation between these factors. This is correlation. For determining the correlation, we have to use correl function. Correlation is vary between -1 to 1. So if it's in, if here I you can see this is a correlation between engine horsepower and MSRP, which is positive. It means that if the horsepower increases, MSRP will also increase. You can see this chart also. In negative case, number of doors and MSRP correlation is negative. It means that if the number of doors increases, MSRP will decrease. Now come to the regression analysis. In order to do regression analysis, we have to utilize a function in data type, data analysis. There is a regression function. It's a little bit slow. So once click on regression function, it asks for variable y, which is dependent variable. In our case, it's MSRP. So we have to select this. Yeah. So this is regression function. When click on OK, then it asks for input y range, means we have to put a dependent variable. In our case, which is MSRP. Then we have to put this range. In that, and in input X range, we have to put all these values. And then click on OK. The output will come in the form of regression analysis. Sim- so in regression analysis, we have to identify the coefficient, find out the coefficient between the independent variable and these dependent variable. So this is a coefficients. When we draw a graph between by selecting these coefficients, then it's show something like this. So number of doors coefficient is negative, and cylinder engine cylinder coefficient variable is positive and very high. So on the basis of this analysis, we can say that the variable that have strongest relationship with the car's price is engine, not horsepower. It's a engine cylinder. Engine cylinder, as we can see in chart also. And the lowest relationship of with car price is number of doors. It means that if the number of doors increases, the car price will decrease. So this is our regression analysis. Now comes to the task 4, which is again having two section, two parts. In task 4, we have to identify average price of car vary across different manufacturer. So basically, we have to draw a relationship between manufacturer and average price of car. So again, I use pivot table. This is task 4. So I use pivot table between manufacturer and average price of car. Go to final data. Manufacturer means brand. So these are the brands. And price means MSRP. MSRP. So we have to insert a pivot table between these two variables. I put manufacturer in row section of pivot table and MSRP in value section, and then setting the value of MSRP as a average price. So these are the average price. Then I inserted a table bar chart. It's completed. Now we have to move to the next task, which is task 5, in which we have to answer what is the relationship between fuel efficiency and the number of cylinder in a car's engine. Fuel efficiency means this is our task 5. So fuel efficiency is highway MPG, and this is number of cylinders. So we have to find out the relationship between these two variables. So I copied these two columns from final data table, and then draw a scatter and draw a chart by selecting these two variables. We can see if the number of cylinders increases, the efficiency decreases. This is our task 5A. Now come to the task 5B. We have to and we have to find out the correlation coefficient. Again, we use correl function. Then range 1 means this range. Then comma range 2 means this range. And you can click on enter. Then it's a come negative. Negative sign means it's a decreases with 1 is increases. Same as also showing in the graph. Now come to the dashboard task. It's a part 2 of our project. In part 2 we have to create some dashboards. So let me open the building dashboard. So in this the dashboard task 1 is to identify how does the distribution of car price vary by brand and body style. Again I use pivot table and stack column chart. So let me show you. This is dashboard task 1. Again I use pipe insert pivot table in final data and put it brand value in column section, then vehicle style in row section. Sorry, brand value means make in column section and vehicle style in I put it brand value in row section and vehicle style in column section. Then in value I put it MSRP and find out the sum of MSRP and then draw a chart, scatter chart distribution. In the result we can say that brand of Chelboret has the highest price distribution and Genesis brand has the lowest price distribution. These are the values of high price distribution. This is great total value. We can find out max and min value by using max function and min function. So if we find max function, it is 31524793. 31524793 means 40 number column, 14 number row which has this brand, and the lowest is 139850. 139850 this. It means it's a 20 number row. So this brand same as mentioned here in the result. Now come to the dashboard task 2, which is saying which car brand have the highest and lowest average MSRP and how does this vary by body style. Body style means vehicle style. Again we have to use cluster column chart and pivot table. So simply I go to the dashboard task 2. This is similar, very similar to the dashboard task 1. Only have few difference, like in task 1 we have to calculate the sum of MSRP, but in task 2 we have to calculate average of the MSRP. On the same way in pivot table, when we put on value setting, then we have to select average of MSRP. And in this case we have to insert a chart which is clustered column chart. Yeah, so in result we can see that this brand has the highest average MSRP distribution and this brand has the lowest MSRP distribution. Again for maximum in value, this is our value, So again we utilize max function, and I utilize max function and min function. Now come to the dashboard task number 3. It is saying how do the different features such as transmission type affect the MSRP, and how does this vary by body style. So again we use pivot table, and this time we have to use scatter plot chart to find out the relationship between MSRP transmission type for different body style means vehicle style. So let me show, this is my task 3. I copied these columns from final data, transmission type, vehicle style, MSRP, then apply pivot table and find out these values. I copied these value from pivot table because the scatter chart will not apply in pivot chart. So I copied the data from pivot table and paste it here, and then by selecting these data I created chart. I created a scatter plot chart. Now the next task, which is dashboard task 4. In that task we have to determine the fuel efficiency of cars vary across different body style and model years. In this we have to use line chart and pivot table. We can also use average if function, but I prefer pivot table. So let me show you. Yeah, this is my dashboard task 4. I utilize pivot table and line chart to determine the trend of fuel efficiency over time. Now in final task, that's it, dashboard task 5. We have to use create bubble chart and pivot table to identify the relationship between cars horsepower, mpg, and price for different brand. Yeah, so this is brand, average of horsepower, average of mpg means efficiency, average of msrp means price. So I inserted a bubble chart by selecting these values. At last we have to create a interactive dashboard. So I created a dashboard and inserted slicers. The other slicers signed with our column, signed with all our charts. So now I'm going to submit this project. Let me clear these filters. Let me save the process, and I have to submit this project. Firstly, I uploaded that, I created a Word file, then I convert that Word file into PDF, and then uploaded the same on Google Drive. I also uploaded the Excel sheet on Google Drive, and then I'm going to submit my project. That's it. Thank you.